We've got to get now to some breaking news into us in literally, I think, the last 90 seconds to 3 minutes here. The Supreme Court extending the stay, meaning they're continuing to press the pause button for now on this really consequential immigration law in Texas that was supposed to go into effect at 5 o'clock tonight. We're talking about SB 4, which would essentially upend decades of legal precedent that gives the federal government the official authority on immigration. Instead, this law would make illegally crossing the border a crime under Texas law, which means that the state of Texas, would get to arrest, prosecute, even deport people suspected of illegally entering the United States. This would have a big impact on a couple of different fronts. First, what legal experts in Texas say could be widespread chaos, a lot of uncertainty. This kind of thing has never been done before at the state level. You also have, second front, bigger national consequences, because it brings into question what exactly is the balance of power between the states and the federal government. Maybe this opens the door for laws like this one in Texas to happen in other border states as well. David Noriega is joining us now. But the bottom line, David, is we're just learning now from the Supreme Court, truly in the last 2 minutes, the stay is extended, which in like normal human speak means that nothing changes at the moment for now.
That's correct. Some of the legal experts that I've consulted in kind of trying to wrap my head around this have said that the court often is sort of biased in favor of preserving the status quo, particularly with cases that are as potentially consequential as this one, as you pointed out. And that's exactly what they've done. Things remain the same. The law is on pause. The Supreme Court still needs to decide whether to block the law permanently while the constitutional challenges to the law continue to be adjudicated in the lower courts. But basically right now we're sort of in a freeze. We're waiting to see what happens. I think a lot of people in Texas, specifically a lot of the lawyers that I've been talking to, are breathing a bit of a sigh of relief just because their whole reality isn't going to be sort of turned upside down in the next few hours. But there is still a lot that hangs in the balance here. Hallie.
So talk through what the national implications would be, because there is no timeline now on if or when the Supreme Court could pick this back up. This is indefinite, right? Meaning just like TBD time-wise.
Yeah, exactly. I think in the short term, the national implications are just that we continue with this sort of high stakes political showdown between Texas and the Biden administration. This law is a part of that broader fight that includes the razor wire in the Rio Grande, everything that's been happening in Eagle Pass. This is part of that larger story. As you and I have talked about before, Hallie, the border is, among many other things, a stage for political theater, and this law is an act in that ongoing play. Now, there are more sort of material, serious consequences that could come to pass if the law does, in fact, succeed, if the law is allowed to continue. You mentioned potentially border states passing similar legislation. I don't think it's even limited to border states. Any state could theoretically pass a law that says
on
that
a federal
its
issue.
Criminal justice system, that its criminal justice system can detain, prosecute anybody that they suspect of illegally crossing the border or illegally being in the United States. That opens such a huge Pandora's box of questions that I don't even know where to begin to unpack it. I mean, one thing that lawyers in Texas are talking about a lot that I find really interesting is this law has this provision that allows Texas judges to order people deported to Mexico. Now, what I'm asking is, what if that person is Venezuelan? You can't just deport a Venezuelan person to Mexico without having first agreement from Mexico that they will receive that Venezuelan person. How physically will that happen? The expectation is that DPS or some other Texas or local law enforcement agency will literally sort of march that person up to the port of entry and order them to cross the bridge, right? Like order them to cross the port of entry back into Mexico. But they have to pass through a Mexican immigration official. What is going to happen there? It's completely unprecedented. Nobody really understands exactly how it's going to be implemented on the ground. Hallie.
David Noriega live for us there in L.A. David, I'm going to give you a chance to make a couple phone calls. We'll talk again as we parse through this developing news here from the Supreme Court. It's fascinating. We're glad to have you on it for us tonight. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.